Hello students, welcome back to the class. See, today we are going to discuss about pollen pistil interaction. In last class we discussed about zoophily. Under zoophily, entomophily, ornithophily, chiropterophily, malacophily, those all things we are going to discuss. Today let us talk about something surprising characteristic of plant children. Pollen pistil interaction means what there will be the pollen pistil interaction, whether can you get any doubt that whether this stigma will allow all the pollen grain children? And that is actually my doubt. See, in air there will be thousands together, millions together pollen grains which may disperse from many of the different flowers, many of the different plants, many of the different species plants, many of the different genera plants. Whether that opened stigma will accept all the different pollen grains? No, that's what there is a one reaction or else there is a one interaction between the pistil and then pollen grain, which will make sure that the pollen grain of same species should germinate on the pistil of same species. About that only we are going to discuss here, that is about pollen pistil interaction. Okay, here what happens children, in the pollen pistil interaction, we are going to discuss about pollen grain of number of plants descend over the stigma of a flower. All of them do not germinate there. Okay, if I say if this is the style, and then this is the stigma, and this is the ovary, then what happens, there will be only the same species of pollen grain can allowed by the stigma, and then other pollen grains will be rejected by the stigma. That interaction is said to be pollen pistil interaction. Only the compatible pollen grain, only the compatible pollen of the same species are able to germinate on what? Stigma. Are able to germinate on stigma. Germination is connected with compatibility and then incompatibility reaction between the protein present over the pollen grain and then stigma. If this is a pollen grain, the protein present in the pollen grain and then stigma, the compatibility and the incompatibility will helpful for the further growth. Okay, germination is connected, germination of pollen grain is connected with what? With the compatibility. With what? With the compatibility and then incompatibility. Compatibility and then incompatibility reaction between what? Between protein present over pollen grain and also what children? On stigma and the stigma. Andre stigma ಮತ್ತೆ pollen grains surface ಮೇಲೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಯಾಟಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾಟಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ? ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? If the reaction is favorable, then what happens? The pollen grain present over stigma pick up water and nutrients. Dude, see, if I say this is S1 species of pollen grain and here there is S4 species of ovary, then there will be rejection. If I say this pollen grain is also the species of S4, then the compatibility will be there. So the stigma will pick up what? Water and the nutrient to the pollen grain. Due to the acceptance of water and nutrient from the stigma, pollen grain will produce pollen tube by having the two male gametes. By having what, children? There will be the pollen tube will carry two male gametes. It results in the growth of what? Pollen grain. It results in growth of pollen grain. To form what? To form pollen tube. If there is incompatibility, pollen tube only will be not what? There will be no formation of pollen tube. Okay, now next. And now let us talk about, after this, one very important thing is there in your book, that is artificial hybridization. Rather than this, many other things you can read it out, children. That is not that much important. Because of that, I am not going to teach you more. Okay. See, pollen grains can be just that pollen grain growth can be made in laboratory also, because whatever the chemicals which are present in the stigma, that we can artificially produce, and then that artificial substance can be supplied to the pollen grain. Due to that, what happens? They can germinate. That process is there for your your practical, children. During practical we will be doing that, don't worry about that. Now let us talk about one of the important thing, that is artificial hybridization. Here, what actually mean by artificial hybridization means, children, it is a technique in plant breeding. It comes under the technique plant breeding, which is, I am talking about the artificial hybridization. Artificial hybridization. Here what happens, this is actually a technique which comes under plant breeding, where crosses are made between two different varieties. Crosses are made between two different varieties of same species, same genera, or else two different varieties also it may be. Okay, now it is a method of crop improvement in which crossing over technique are made between two different varieties, species, or else genera, in order to combine the desirable characters in a single superior variety. For example, I will be giving you, see, there are two kind of plants. One is a cotton plant, another one is also cotton plant. Here what happens, cotton plant, the plant growth is very good, but the cotton flower will flowering will be happens, and then it will fall off. One more plant is there where growth is very less, but the cotton pod formation will be very good. Then what happens, there will be mixing of these two. So that the next upcoming variety will be having both growth and as well as the cotton pod formation will be very good. Okay, one more example I can give. One plant which is having like chili plant, you can say. One plant, the chili which is produced by this plant will be having very greenish color, but the spiciness will be not there. And one more plant, one more chili plant, same species, this is also chili and this is also chili. This chili plant is having very spiciness, but the color of the chili will be not that much good. If color is not good, commercialization will be not there. If we combine these two plants genome, then what happens by artificial hybridization, if pollen grain of one of the plant is supposed to pollinated by the ovary, then what happens? The formed variety will be having both the characters. That's what it is called artificial hybridization. Hybridization means hybridizing the two varieties. Okay, now here what happens? There, let me write the definition. It is a method. It is a method of crop improvement. For the improvement of crop, we are going to adopt this method of crop improvement, in which crossing are made between two different varieties, species and then genera. Okay, now in order to combine the desirable characters, in order to combine the desirable characters in a single superior variety, Here there are many of the stages are there. First, there will be selection of parents. Selection of suitable parent is very important. Plant breeder will select suitable parents. Okay, then next what happen? If the female parent bears bisexual flower, in such crossing experiment, it is important to make sure that only the desirable pollen grain are used for the pollination. If female flower is bisexual, there will be 3 stages: emasculation, bagging. Okay, sorry, only 2 steps. And here what happens? In first one, under artificial, emasculation will be there. Emasculation ನಿಮಗೆ 1 mark ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Emasculation means what? Removal of anther from the female parent. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ovary is very important, because that anther pollen grain is not producing that much superior quality, so I wanted to remove that. Okay, that's what the removal of anther from female parent flower, buds before the anther dehiscence. ಅಂದರೆ ಆಂಥರ್ ಮೆಚೂರ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ಆಂಥರ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅದು ಮೆಚೂರ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಪಾಲಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. Then next what happens? Bagging. After emasculation, what happens? The bagging will be there, that is covering of emasculated flower. The covering of emasculated flower with a bag of suitable size. Okay, na? Generally made up of butter paper to prevent contamination of the stigma. ಅಂದರೆ ಬಟರ್ ಪೇಪರ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಇದನ್ನು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಟು ಪ್ರಿವೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಟ್ಯಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ ಡಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ಏರಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು? ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ. ಟು ಕಂಟ್ಯಾಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಕಂಟ್ಯಾಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಬಟರ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬ್ಯಾಗಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ವಿತ್ ಅನ್ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಪೋಲನ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಡಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಡಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ from anther of male parent. Okay na? Anther of male parent on the stigma. ಇಮ್ಯಾಸ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಬ್ಯಾಗಿಂಗ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಂಥರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್. ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್? ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್. ವೆನ್ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಅಟೈನ್ಸ್ ರಿಸೆಪ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ rebagged. Okay, now then it is what? Rebagged. Fruits are then allowed to develop. Then what happens? The fruits are allowed to develop. Fruits ಏನಾಗ್ತವೆ? Fruits are allowed to develop. If female produce unisexual flower, ಇದು ಬೈಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಯೂನಿಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಮ್ಯಾಸ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬೇಕೇ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಗಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಬ್ಯಾಗಿಂಗ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಡಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು 2 ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರಾ, ಒಂದು ಮೇಲ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟು. ಈ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಬೈಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಆ್ಯಂಥರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂತಂದರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮೇಲ್ ನಮಗೆ ಸೂಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮೇಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ದು ಆ್ಯಂಥರ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಡಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯೂಶಲಿ ಈ ಥರದ ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ನ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀರ? ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಟನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಕಾಟನ್ ಈಲ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಕಾಟನ್ ಈಲ್ಡು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರೋದು ಸಲುವಾಗಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ your today's class, children. Okay, for the next class I am going to discuss with you about that is a next fundamental characteristic, that is fertilization. In upcoming class we are going to discuss about fertilization. Today I am winding up here. Thank you.